Such anticipation. Good morning. How is it?
Hey. Are you feeling good? Awesome. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Dr. Jonathan Zenz. I am the senior minister here, and we are here to have a good time. What do you say? Shall we have a good time? If you feel like you would like to, you can stand up if you're able and dance to this opening song. You'll recognize it, I'm sure. Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I know that I'm not being foolish, I know that I'm being wise, and it's something that I must believe in, and it's there when I look in your eyes.
Love is in the air, in the whisper of a tree. Love is in the air, in the thunder of the sea. And I know that I'm not just dreaming, I know that I'm feeling sane. And it's something that I must believe in, and it's there when you call out my name. Love is in the air, love is in the air, oh. Love is in the air, in the rising of the sun. Love is in the air, when the day is nearly done. And I know that it's not an illusion, I know what I see is true, and it's something that I must believe in, and it's there when I reach out to you. Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air, every sight and every sound. And I know that I'm not being foolish, I know that I'm being wise, and it's something that I must believe in, and it's there when I look in your eyes. Love is in the air, love is in the air, oh. Love is in the air, love is in the air, love is in the air, love. I love a good nostalgic tune. Yes. Once again, good morning, beautiful humans. What a delight it is to share a Sunday morning with you here at Unity of Tucson. We are a spiritual community here at Unity of Tucson. We are here to teach practical tools and engage them to create better lives for ourselves. And that's what we stand for. That's what I stand for here anyway. And it's a great thing, I think, that at least I found that for myself. And you get to decide what works for you. Because here's the thing about the philosophy we teach. You may not believe everything you hear today, but I do think that you will hear something that resonates in your belief system. And if there's something that butts up against your belief system, that's something to look at too. And we don't poo-poo it. We don't go, oh gosh, no. We say, hey, maybe that's something for me to think about. Because the great thing about New Thought is that it's an exploration of that which fundamentally is creative in our lives. And so I invite you to be on the journey today to see what works for you, to see what doesn't work for you, and to make some decisions around what you might want to do about any of that. Does that sound like a good thing? Yeah. Awesome. Yes, we do have a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson, and I would love for us to share out loud together these words of our vision statement. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. The vision is how we see the world. The mission are the steps we take to get there. So how do we get there? Let's say this together. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. What I know about you is that you are the infinite power and presence of this divine creative energy made manifest right here and right now, and what a delight it is to look out and see all these beautiful faces of God. If you're joining us for the first time today, Let me first acknowledge anyone who may be joining us online for the first time today to say hello. Such a delight to have you here with us in this virtual way, whether you're watching live or you're watching on the archived video. Just know that this is an energetic connection that we can feel, and I'm so grateful for it. If you would go to unitytucson.com/connect, you can fill out some information there, and we can keep this connection going. If you're here in the room for the first time today, if you are comfortable with identifying yourself and you are able to stand up or wave your hand, whatever you'd like to do, we have a gift that we would like to offer you. So is there anyone who's joining us today for the first time? Welcome. Grateful to have you here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. And remain standing if you would. Remain standing. Whoa, we got a lot of wonderful new people here today. Here's the reason I invite you to remain standing, because not just the physical gift we have for you, but we have some information that we have discovered about you that we would like to share with you. Does that sound like something you might want to hear about, what we found out about you? Okay. Shall we let them know what we found out? Yeah. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. Yes, you are. Thank you so much for shining your light, sharing your magnificence. You can be seated. Now, we know that about you. We know that you are magnificent because one of the things we teach here is that every single person we encounter is on some level, whether we are aware of it or not, a reflection of that which is inherent within each and every one of us. And so as we claim our own magnificence, we see that reflected in everyone we encounter. So let us all exclaim together, I am magnificent. How does that feel? I think we can do better. Let's say that again. I am magnificent. That feels good. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, it's going to be an off-the-hook day, I think. Would you please welcome our keeper of the flames here to light the flames of faith, Susan Smith, our licensed Unity teacher here. Always a delight to have you join us on stage. Susan is here to light the flames of faith, which we have put in their new position. This is where they were meant to be last week. But I will tell you, last week we realized that the piano used to come out to here, and 25% of you would not be able to see the candles when the piano was in its old position, which is why we've reconfigured the band. Anyway, this is all the inside stuff you probably don't really need to know about. What we're doing here, though, is Susan is here to light these candles. And for each candle that we light, we are acknowledging that every faith tradition, every spiritual idea, every religion, they're all rooted in one thing. And that thing, what we teach here is that one thing is a divine golden thread of love. And so let us honor these traditions. We first light a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to divine love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light a candle for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony, and for any seekers who may be unaware of the power and the presence of spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are keeping open for them in our own hearts. And this final candle we light, we refer to as the healing candle, for it represents the healing of any circumstance that requires the divinity at its core to be revealed. That's how we teach healing. That the God essence at the core of all creation, flowing forth into expression, is healing. So this is your candle for whatever is in your mind and in your heart that requires the light. Thank you, Susan. This candle here is our peace candle, which we keep consistently illuminated with this understanding, that it represents the consistent illumination of peace in our own hearts. And as we allow our inner peace to inform our thoughts, our intentions, our deeds, our actions, we, right where we are creating a more peaceful world. And so let's honor this candle by saying together the words in this prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace begins to reign in the world. I'm trying different areas of the stage today, too. It's Sherry says, this is my theater background. Trying it out. Here to enlighten us and inspire us is one of our prayer chaplains. She is going to provide today our reading, guide us in our monthly affirmation, and also lead us in prayer. So will you please welcome Ruth Starwell.
So this month we are exploring the theme of deepening. And also we are in the season for nonviolence. And today's theme for the season for nonviolence is creativity. So I've chosen a reading that, for me, explores both of those. And this is by psychiatrist Dr. Gabor Mate, and his recent book, The Myth of Normal. With our minds, we construct the world we live in. This is a core teaching of the Buddha. The contribution of modern psychology and neuroscience has been to show how, before our minds can create the world creates our minds. Then we generate our world from the mind, the world instilled in us before we had any choice in the matter. The world into which we were born, of course, was partly the product of other people's minds, a causal daisy chain dating back forever. This may sound grim, yet the Buddha dictum offers a way out, since we remain the ones creating the world we see, the world we think is real, in every moment. And here's where the healing comes in. We can do nothing about the world that created our mind, that may have instilled in us limiting, harmful, untrue beliefs about ourselves and others. However, and here's the good news I alluded to, we can learn to be responsible for the mind with which we create our world moving forward. The capacity to heal is born of the willingness to do just that, to take on that responsibility. Such willingness is not a once and for all declaration, but a moment-by-moment commitment. And that can be regenerated when we lose touch with it. I, for one, have to keep reminding myself to do so. Nor is it an invitation to a self-imposed naivete or blithe so-called positive thinking. It is about the willingness to reconsider our entire view. So in the season for nonviolence, for the theme today, creativity, they offer a couple of practices. And the practice is to research nonviolent acts that you find to be creative. Brainstorm and write about a creative nonviolent act that you can imagine using for a local issue. So now is our time for affirmation. And our affirmation this month, I will read it one time and just allow you to just kind of take it in, see how it feels for you. And then I'll invite you to repeat it 2 more times along with me. The affirmation is, I seek within and find only God. And along with me, I seek within and find only God. And again, I seek within and find only God.
Let's go on that inner journey, settling our minds and our hearts into this perfect, pure moment. This moment of exquisite reflection, simply allowing.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore.
And so I invite you now to join me in a moment of prayer. Just taking the beauty and the power and the essence of the divine that is infinite, eternal, that is right here, right now, at all times. That presence that speaks so beautifully through the song, through the music, through the prayer in each and everyone's heart. Just allowing that knowing of our oneness. Each and every one of us, individualized expressions of the divine. The very essence of our being, expressing as wholeness, as beauty, as love. That infinite power to create, to be present in our world, to create our world. And so knowing and accepting and embodying the love of life, the love of the divine, and expressing that as we create the world we live in, from the place of love, from the place of knowing our divine essence. And so with gratitude for this community that reminds us each and every week of our divine nature, with gratitude for this prayer, with gratitude for each and every one who is here in person and online, that we are community and we are creating the world we live in. And so it is.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender. Let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. Now and evermore.
Thank you, Ruth. Beautiful today. Can you leave that up here? I may refer to something in there. Last October, I went to the Southwest Region, the Unity Southwest Region Conference in the Palm Springs area. And I was on the committee last year to help put that conference together. And the committee came to me and they said, "Do you know any musicians?" And I said, "I know a lot of musicians." "What kind of musicians are you looking for?" "Well, preferably someone who's in the New Thought world." And I said, "I know plenty of New Thought musicians." One of my friends, Gary Lynn Floyd, is the person who wrote the song I just sang and also wrote the song that I chose as the feature today in honor of this week, Valentine's Day coming up, this month where love is a theme for so many of us, and this just seemed like a very appropriate song today.
As time has unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. With every thought I make, every last breath I take, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony, play every note you can find. Make me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly fall out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and may my anthem be. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. 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 I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. Love, cover me. May my heart awaken. Tenderness be proved. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love cover me, light any darkness. Love cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love cover me. Love cover me. Love cover me. Love cover me. Love, 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 love. Sing that with me. Love, 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 love. Again. Love, 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 love. Feel it right here. Love, 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 love. Catch somebody's eye and sing it to them. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love.
I love that song. And, by the way, he did end up being our musical guest at that conference. And without any commitment at this moment, I am working to try to get him here to do a concert for us in the fall. Love cover me, light any darkness. Love cover me, right every wrong. This month, as I've considered this idea of deepening, one of the things that I ask myself every single day is, what am I choosing to deepen into today? How am I choosing to deepen today? What is mine to do today to go deeper? And today, you might have guessed, it's really about deepening into love. Just deepen into love. Love has many different meanings in many different cultures. The word and translations of the word have many different meanings in many different cultures. When we talk about it within the construct of the New Thought philosophy in Unity churches and in religious science centers and divine science centers, what we're talking about is the infinite creative spirit. That's what we're defining as love. The infinite creative spirit, which is a synonym for God. That's it. If we want to truly understand the nature of God, it is not something that we can do intellectually. I know we come here and we talk about it a lot, and I have a lot of intellectual ideas and words that I talk about all the time, but to truly understand the nature of God, the nature of love, it is a felt sensation. When you think about love in your own heart, what does it feel like? Now go deeper. Now go deeper. There's a quote that I have used frequently in my ministry over the many, many years that I have been a minister. That quote is, "To learn how to think is to learn how to live." And that's why I wanted to acknowledge that in your reading, you used a quote from Buddhism. "With our minds, we construct the world we live in." This is a core teaching of the Buddha. That is the fundamental teaching and premise of all new thought. In fact, I had an experience when I was studying to be a minister. I was at a beach house with family and friends some years ago. And one of our friends is a Dharma teacher, a Buddhist Dharma teacher, that was with us on this excursion. And I was having a chat with him about this path that I had found myself on that was taking me away from my previous career of acting. And I don't know why that's always funny to me, like my previous career of acting. I don't know, it just is. Anyway, we were having a discussion, and he said, well, what are the fundamental principles of your teaching? And I said, God is all there is. We recognize that power and presence as the divine creative energy of love, and we teach that that is fundamentally who we are, and as we acknowledge and accept this, that is what is constructing the outflow of our lives. And he said, oh, so you're a Buddhist. Here's the thing about it. You can find the core of the principles in all faith traditions. Because fundamentally, as we talk about with all these candles, at the core of each and every one of them is one thing, love. One thing, that's it, love. So to learn how to think is to learn how to live. And I want to be very clear. The word that does not exist in that is what? It does not say to learn what to think is to learn how to live. To learn how to think, to learn a method of embodying love as a core starting point from which all thoughts flow forth. That's how we change our lives fundamentally. And I think we're going deeper and deeper and deeper because it's not only thoughts, it's beliefs and ultimately feelings, which is why I say, consider love in your life and see how it feels. What is the sensation, the feeling of that? Because I can think about love all day long. Love doesn't do anything for me unless I feel it. And to feel it and to deepen into that, I use an affirmation that is one of my favorite affirmations in the world, and it is this. I listen to the sound of my authentic voice. I listen to the sound of my authentic voice. My authentic voice, your authentic voice. The true authentic voice is rooted in the outflow of this creative spirit. Whatever you choose to call it. If you call it God, great. If you call it love, great. If you call it universal presence, great. Doesn't matter what you call it. Your authentic voice is the expression of that impressing itself upon you to show up as creation that is you. So I listen today to the sound of my authentic voice. And sometimes I have to ask myself, what the heck was I saying? Because that saying was coming forth from a thought which is rooted in a belief, which is rooted in a feeling. And as I play with that idea that everything I speak, every word I speak, every voice, the voice that I have as it expresses itself, it is rooted in a thought which is rooted in a belief, which is rooted in a feeling. If I don't like what is being expressed, there's only one person that can change it. Me. Now also, when I listen to the sound of my authentic voice, and I think about other people doing the same thing, it is not an opportunity or an invitation for me to judge other people when they express their authentic voice. It's not for me to go, well, what were they thinking? As if it's any of my business. Are you willing today to listen to the sound of your authentic voice? To truly listen to the sound of your authentic voice? To let go of all the stuff out there and truly listen to love, which is your authentic voice? Is our approach to life and is our approach to our relationship with others always loving no matter what? I can look back on times in my life when I had challenges with living up to that ideal. I can look back to experiences I had this last week where I had challenges living up to that ideal. But I always strive in every moment to always be loving in all relationships and in every expression of my life. I'm having a bit of a challenge bearing witness to an experience that a friend of mine is having. And I'm not going to go into any of the details because it's a private matter. But as I watch seeming outside circumstances really beat down upon the experience of my friend's loving presence, I find myself challenged because the people that are engaged in this behavior are people that I trusted, people that I looked upon and thought, this is someone that can hold my heart. And it's challenging now because I see the behavior and it makes me second guess. It makes me second guess. And then I have to step back and say, if I'm deepening into love, irrespective of someone's behavior, I must look upon them and experience them through the eyes of love only. Love only. It does not mean that I excuse behavior. It does not mean that I allow that behavior to consistently exist in my expression and experience. I get to make choices that are right for me to say, I love you, but now I must love you from afar. If we want love, how many of us want love? Yes. And the rest of you? Because I didn't see every hand go up. I just want to be very clear. Not every hand went up. Maybe I'm talking to the wrong crowd. It's exactly right, yes. If we want love, we must be loving. That's it. If you want love expressed in your life, be that love. Because as I said before, as we recognize the magnificence of those who are joining us for the first time today as a reflection of our own magnificence, we must recognize love in every person we encounter as a reflection of that inherent love that is expressing itself in every interaction, in every thought, in every idea, in every moment. To experience love, we must first be loving. We will not derive love from out there, ever. It's not something we derive from the circumstances. It is a reflection of that which is within that shows up in our circumstances. So if you want more love in your life, be more loving. What happens when we do this is we end up creating a pattern. I'm going to talk about patterns for a moment, because one of the challenges that we are often faced with in New Thought, see, everybody laughs if you're new. It's when I take the glasses off, people know, oh, he's about to do something. I don't know if I'm about to do something. One of the challenges that we have in New Thought is that we invite people to take a look at their lives, right? That's kind of one of the first things we learn. Oh, you want to know what's happening in your mind and in your heart? Take a look at your life, because it is all showing up as the construct of your life. And that puts people into a bit of a challenge, because they're like, oh my gosh, my life sucks. But the promise of New Thought is that as we shift the thought, as we shift the belief, and as we shift the feeling, we are creating a new construct and experience of life. Now, the reason that this is challenging is because it's work, and it continues to be work until we have established a new subconscious pattern. And I think that's ultimately what I'm looking for in every aspect of my life, to establish a new subconscious pattern of love only, forgive everything, and always remembering who I am, so that I never have to worry about it or work so darn hard at it all the time. And if you're still working at it, keep working at it. Because I guarantee you what happens is you're going to wake up one day, I've been working so hard at this, and oh my gosh, I woke up today and it's actually just part of who I am now. That's the way that it works. It's like going to the gym. I said it on Wednesday night in class. It's like going to the gym. You cannot expect to go to the gym and go to the weight rack and lift a weight and go, okay, now I'm done. If you want to change the physical form of your body through the work you do at a gym, you got to keep going, and you have to keep working at it. And you know what? You get stronger and stronger and more resilient and more flexible. Your body begins to match the work that you have been doing. It's the exact same thing in our minds. Our experiences will show up in exact accordance with what is in our minds. The issue is, and I talk about this in class a lot, about 90% of what's in our minds is below the level of awareness. We are aware of about 10%, right? I don't know where they determined that was the breakdown, but they say that that's what it is. At least that's what I've read. And I'm going to use it because it works. So if 90% of our thoughts and our beliefs and our feelings are below the level of awareness, and only 10% are at the level of awareness, but 100% are creating our experience, then the work is to be willing to look at that which is below the level of awareness. How do you know what's there? The way you feel. As you experience your life, you will know it becomes a physical sensation in your body. And as you become aware, it is not an opportunity or an invitation to beat yourself up for all the wrong thoughts. It's an invitation to say, I see you. I know that this has been, and I'm willing to now set it down and move forward with something new. The other thing that we oftentimes get caught up in is the witch hunt. That hunt for what is the thought that I had that made me feel this way? Or what is the belief that I carry that has made me feel this way? What is it down there below the level of awareness? Here's the great news about new thought, too. You actually don't need to know any of that stuff. If you are willing to do the work, to put in the work, to address what you have awareness of, and to impress at the level of awareness upon the unaware aspect of your life, the things in the subconscious, you will crowd out that which is not in alignment with the love that you are impressing. How do you choose to be today? So we're looking at creating patterns of loving kindness. And patterns of loving kindness ultimately show up and equal the experience of loving kindness. We're rehabitualizing the mind. And at the root of all habit, is one thing: the desire to express life. I did not coin that, by the way, but I love it. And I will use it every day. So that's fundamentally how creativity works. By utilizing our mind and addressing that which is in mind to impress a new belief and a new feeling so that we can experience life more magnificently in every moment. And we're constantly creating. We are constantly creating. Here's the thing. As you explore and you look at your life, avoid judging anything that shows up as good, bad, right, or wrong. It just is the flow. It is the flow of God as your life. And in taking away that judgment, you've now put yourself in a place of power to be able to do something about it. That's God in you, expressing outwardly. So do you have a willingness to listen to that inner voice? Love is the foundation of infinite creative expression. Love is the foundation of infinite creative expression. Love enhances infinite freedom. Today I called my talk Resolve to R.E.A.L. If you get the Friday email, you will see that R.E.A.L is capital R, period, E, period, A, period, L, period. So, what could he possibly mean by that? Resolve to R.E.A.L. Well, first of all, I want to talk about the word resolve. Resolve, if you go back to the root of the word resolve, and it comes from the Latin, it means to loosen up. Did you know that? It means to loosen up. And in Middle English, they used to use the word resolve to mean disintegrate, what we would usually say dissolve now, right? So resolve meant disintegrate. So now, it seems like it's almost turned 180 because we say resolve is like to make firm, right? Not dissolve, but to make firm. So it seems opposite. But I love the idea of going back to the root and recognizing that as I am making firm a new loving idea in my life, it is actually loosening up that which is not required in my experience any longer. That's how I resolve. And in music, the construct and the concept of resolving means to settle harmoniously, to settle in harmony on the bass. So if we talk about music like the tonic, well, I'm going to turn to the musicians now and talk a little music theory to them. But in the construct of any given song, there is a key, and that key is based on what we call the tonic, the bass note. And everything around that works in harmony with that bass note. And there are times when we're singing and it will feel like it's not quite finished until we find our way back to the tonic, which is finding our way back to God. God is the tonic in our harmonious life. So if we're talking about resolve, I'm going to invite each and every one of us today to resolve to R.E.A.L. What do I mean by R.E.A.L? R.E.A.L stands for this: recognize everyone as love. Resolve to recognize everyone as love. If you make that commitment today and you walk out these doors and you resolve to see everyone, to recognize everyone as love, taking away any construct of thought around their conditional life, how might that change who you are? Because it's not about trying to change anyone else. Ultimately, the work we do in New Thought is the work we do on ourselves. The true nature of a person is not in their actions. Actions are the byproduct of thoughts and beliefs. But the nature behind the action is the thing that we're looking to address. And I think at the end of the day, we all want to feel loved, don't we? I mean, even those whose hands didn't go up. I think fundamentally, we all want to experience love. We want to be loved. We want to be a reflection of love, and we want love reflected back to us at all times. So today, my call to you, in order to do this, is to resolve into recognizing everyone as love, and this also includes when you look in the mirror. Recognize yourself as love. Deepen into love, and recognizing everyone as love becomes second nature. Peace and blessings. You are magnificent. The homework. Yes, there is homework. This week I would like us all to explore our interactions in every moment. To become more consciously aware of our behaviors and ask ourselves, is this loving? Is this behavior loving? Let's not berate or punish ourselves for those things we recognize may not have been loving. Just recognize that in this moment I get to choose to do better. See things for what they are, which is a full expression of love. Something in the past that has now lovingly informed our present and our future can be rooted in and flowing forth from the point of view of love. So, become more consciously aware of our actions and behaviors and ask yourself this week, in every moment, is this loving? Let's take a breath. As we relax into this pure, perfect moment of reflection, see if there's anything that has resonated, a kernel of truth that has resonated at the heart level. And let that be fully present in this here and now moment as we take a breath and allow just a moment to deepen our awareness of love in the silence.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. As my heart opens up to the voice, I awake to these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. Right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself, and I find that they are one and the same, for there is only one infinite power and presence. There is only one source, there is only one creative impulse. There is God, there is love, there is infinite magnificence, and nothing else. And this is our core identity. We are the power, we are the presence, we are the light, we are the love, we are the life, we are the joy, we are the beauty, we are all the attributes of God expressing forth, for we are the magnificent impression of God upon itself to show up and spring forth as creation. For God so loved that love itself expressed itself perfectly as life. This is our identity, and I claim this identity here, now, and evermore, and live in the willingness to be on the exploration for the good, to discover the magnificence in every interaction, to deepen into the question, is this loving? Is this loving? Is this loving? And to find the answer within my heart space, letting go of the limitations of the intellect. I find the feeling and allow that feeling to transmit itself into the experience. And I trust this as so for each and every one of us. And so with a grateful heart, I let it be so as I relax, release, trust, and know, and affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. As my heart opens up to the voice, I awake to these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God. Oh, I find God. I find myself.
Will you please welcome to the platform the Vice President of our Board of Directors, William Summers.
Well, we've got a lot of room up here now.
What, right?
Just be careful where you throw that hand.
I was saying to somebody the other day that in my musical theater career, I was a great singer and a great actor. I cannot dance. Like, it was such a challenge for me to dance, and there was a little, there, you just saw why it was.
But you're gay. You should be able to.
That's a stereotype, William, and I'm not, yeah, you know what?
I'm just giving you a hard time. So what I wanted to talk about this morning is you've been back in Tucson about 5 years now, and you've given a lot to your previous spiritual center and to this one, and I've seen you change a lot because of that giving, and in ways that I consider really magnificent. And I hear in the background sometimes, well, of course, you're a minister. Of course, you're this godlike figure up there on this pedestal.
Knock me off the pedestal.
All right. So I thought this morning what I'd do is share with our members maybe just the average William and what happened when he started to give.
Okay.
So when I was younger, like many of you out here, I didn't have a lot of financial assets, and I remember walking into a New Thought Center, and okay, well, they did say time, talent, and treasure. I don't have a lot of treasure, but I do have some time, and I do have some talent. So dipping my toe into giving, I started out working in the kitchen in the hospitality part, and sure enough, things changed. All of a sudden, the hospitality was much nicer there, and the change that occurred in me was I now felt part of a community. So I thought, well, this is kind of cool, given my time like this. And so then I tried, well, let's see, maybe I could be a greeter, maybe I could be a money counter, and another change occurred. Of course, that helped the community, but a change occurred in me. Now I really felt like I was a part of this community. So there was another change in me. Time moved on. I moved up in my profession. I started making a little more money, and I was like, they keep talking about this tithing thing, and not everybody knows that they can tithe. I get that. And I certainly didn't think I could. But I decided one day as I was attending service with my wife, Anita, and there was a talk on this, I'm doing the talent, I'm doing the time. What if I took that final step? A lot of fear in me, but what if I took that final step? Now, I was always giving something, and truthfully, the universe didn't care whether I gave $100, $1, if I just put a blessing in the basket. If that's all I had, the universe doesn't know. This fine gentleman over here taught me that. It doesn't know how much you're putting in. It only knows what you're feeling when you're putting something in that basket. And I decided to shift into a feeling of, I know the universe out there provides everything I need. So I can give whatever I want with joy, knowing that I will be taken care of. And it wasn't just hoping that, it was knowing that. I started tithing. And of course, it changed things. I mean, here, along with all of you that are giving money, whatever amount it is, this place has changed a lot. Reading for the class Wednesday night, I came across something I had read, because I had read Eric Butterworth's book before, but I came across something that really amazed me, because I realized all the stuff I saw out there that changed, the biggest change that occurred with my giving was me.
Thank you, William. And so as you give today, I invite you to recognize that it is a gift that is rooted in a feeling and a sensation of love, that is what we seek here. We are not here to take anyone's dollars just because they're existing. We are here to recognize that it is an energy exchange, and I am deeply grateful for all that you give. So as the baskets go around, please be willing to support with love this community and the work that we are doing here, and know that we are deeply, deeply grateful for it. So as they go around, we're going to sing our giving song. Feel free to stand and dance if you want.
I celebrate my abundance today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. I release all fear as I share gratefully. This love that I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. I celebrate my abundance today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. I release all fear as I share gratefully. This love that I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. Here we go. I celebrate my abundance today. By giving this gift, I show my faith. As I open my heart, my world becomes a better place. Yes, it does. I release all fear as I share gratefully. This love that I give always gives back to me. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself. Knowing my oneness with everything else, I know that all that I give to myself.
This is Deborah Roberts, prayer chaplain, beautiful prayer chaplain, who is here to guide us in our blessing of the offering.
We are going to bless this offering as a community and as a world, because we know the power of the beauty of our intentions. So let's begin warming up that God source energy that constantly flows through us, and placing hands on the basket and our ushers. We say these words: we bless these gifts, and we see these gifts going out and blessing our community and the world. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a lot that's happening here at Unity of Tucson. We are a vibrant, vibrant, vibrant community. And one of the things that's going to be happening is we're about to train new prayer chaplains to join our prayer chaplain crew. And here to talk a little bit about that is the leader of our prayer chaplain group, and also for another week, the president of our board of directors, Laura Cass. Right on the microphone, though. Thank you.
I'm always talking in the wrong place. Hello? All right.
Mostly for the people online.
Okay. Now I forgot where I was. What were we doing?
We're talking about prayer chaplains.
Oh, thank you. I got caught up in the fact that my term is up next week, and I envisioned sort of Jonathan ripping my epaulets off or something like that. I don't know. You know how your head goes crazy places. So anyway, what I wanted to talk with you briefly about this morning, and we've talked so much about love, and we are love. And everything that we are rooted in here in our community has to do with prayer. And everything we do is prayer. I mean, isn't that why we come? Isn't that why we're here? Because we believe in the power of prayer. We have a beautiful prayer chaplain group. These are the people who have stepped forward to, you see them in their scarves on Sundays, to pray with you after service when you feel a need, would like to have some prayer, have someone share a prayer with you out loud. If you would like to receive a monthly phone call from a prayer chaplain to pray about something that is in your heart, on your mind, It could be something that's a concern to you. It could be a celebratory prayer. But it's a wonderful opportunity for you as an individual to grow your own spirituality. There is training involved, of course. The prayer chaplain position is not a licensed position. We're not trained counselors. We are simply there to pray with you. And it may sound, if you're not used to praying out loud with someone, it may sound a little bit, I don't know if I could do that. But you can. And there's lots of loving prayer that goes along with that to take you on that very road. So I would like to talk more about anyone who is interested in that. And at the conclusion of the service, I'm going to be standing out in the lobby near the front door. And if you have a question or something, when I started being a prayer chaplain, I guess almost 15 years ago, I was clueless. Somebody just came up to me. I'd been going to Unity up in Prescott for maybe a month. And someone said, would you like to be a prayer chaplain? They were having an information meeting that day. And sure, I raised my hand for everything. So I just went, and here I am years later. So anyway, it was kind of like, can I really do this? Oh, yes, you could really do this. Thousands of people have done it. It's okay. But please stop by and just chat with me because I'd really love to talk to you about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. So one more week, and then this happens, and that's the end of your term on the board of directors. What am I going to do with all my spare time? I don't know. We are having our annual meeting next Sunday after the celebration. We encourage you to join us for that. If you are a member, you will be able to vote on the various things that we are looking at, including electing board members, electing a nominating committee member, and also if you are an active member, you should have received some weeks ago a proposed set of new bylaws that we asked you all to review in advance of the meeting so that you would have an opportunity to know what we were looking at doing here. There's not significant changes to what were previous there. Mostly it's a cleanup job of what was previously there. Yeah, just little things, just to make sure that there was clarity around that. So please plan to be here. We plan on the meeting lasting absolutely no more than 90 minutes, but I'm going to work diligently to see that it happens in an hour. So we're not taking up your whole day, but we are deeply grateful for your participation as active members in this community by being present at our annual meeting. Also coming up, of course, is our Feeling Good concert on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, 7 p.m. We'll be right here. Tickets are available for that in the Desert Light bookstore, the Desert Light store. I keep saying bookstore. The Desert Light Metaphysical Books and Gifts is what the official title is, because we are more than a bookstore, and you will discover that today. But before we get to that, do buy your tickets for Feeling Good. It's going to be an amazing concert with magnificent vocalists and, of course, our magnificent band here to really rock it out. Yes, yes, yes. So you can buy your tickets for that in the bookstore or online. Today in the bookstore is our grand reopening of the Desert Light Metaphysical Books and Gifts. It's a straight across the board 20% discount on everything today except Solari bells. We cannot put discounts on the Solari bells, but everything, all our retail items are 20% off today to celebrate that. There are also giveaways, so get your raffle tickets. In fact, one of the giveaways the grand prize giveaway is a Solari bell. So definitely get your raffle tickets. You had something. I just bought my raffle tickets. You just bought your raffle tickets. Awesome. Awesome. So you can pick those up in the bookstore. So that's today. So excited. We're celebrating this grand reopening. The other thing that's happening today, after you've celebrated and you've had the raffle, if you are part of the LGBTQ plus community or you are an ally, you are welcome to join for lunch today at Whole Foods following the celebration today. This is a brand new group here at Unity of Tucson, an affinity group that is going to be meeting to talk about spiritual principle in relationship to that particular community. So it's an awesome opportunity to celebrate the truth of who you are. That's today at Whole Foods down at River and Craycroft. Also, meditation practices, a brand new class is going to be starting up on Wednesday, March 15th. It is going to be taught by our very own Susan Smith, who is our Keeper of the Flames today. She will be joined by Reverend Sue Oliver to co-facilitate that course. You can sign up by scanning the QR code right now, or you can register in the Desert Light store or online at unitytucson.com/SPD105. Those are all things that make sense to those of us on the inside, why it's SPD 105. Meditation practice is an awesome class, and meditation is one of the primary tools we teach for transforming your thoughts, your beliefs, and your feelings. So do take advantage of that. We also have a journaling workshop coming up, Write What You Live. You can sign up today for that in the Unitix area. That will be on Saturday, February 25th at 12 noon. Lunch will be served, and this is going to be facilitated by our very own Waverly Farrell here. Yes, grateful. And this is being offered on a love offering basis. So it is if you would like to join, you're welcome to join and just give what you can in support of that. So sign up in the Unitix area, or you can email Waverly at imagowave12@gmail.com. I got that right, yes? imagowave12@gmail.com. Our prayer chaplains, no, not yet. I would like to introduce Susan Smith once again. She's going to come up and tell us a little bit about one of the events that we do in support of our extended community here at Unity of Tucson, the NAMI Walk.
Yes, thank you, Reverend Jonathan. Wow, do we have an abundant community or what? Listen to these announcements. It's just so exciting. Yes. Just got all excited by all that. Okay, so we are going to have a team walk again this year for to support the National Alliance of Mental Illness, Southern Arizona. We're just going to call it NAMI from now on. And this is available for any of you to join us. You can join us. You can support us. If you're online and you don't live nearby, or you can't walk, or have difficulty walking, or can't be there that day, you can join us at home, okay? It's open. It's open to friends. It's open to family members. We really just want to open this up to everyone. What is the National Alliance of Mental Illness, Southern Arizona? National Alliance of Mental Illness is a national organization, and then we pretty much raise funds for the local organization. Why do we walk? So the walk is on April 1st. It's in the morning. If you need more information about joining, I've got a little table set up in Harmony Hall. We'll try to have someone from the team every day on there. By the way, get your t-shirt. We're going to be showing people that we are magnificent and that they're magnificent. So make sure you buy your team t-shirt today for 20% off in the bookstore. All right, and so why do we walk? So we walk, there's 3 main reasons: to promote public awareness about mental health and to reduce stigma. We also walk to raise funds for NAMI, who does wonderful work in advocacy. They do support, and they do education. They do amazing things for our organization. We also walk to build community. We've been talking about love today. We've been talking about deepening love. I assure you, if you attend this event with us, you will go away with a deepened sense of love and knowing that you are doing that expression as Jonathan was just talking about. It is a way for us to show up. It is a way for us to say, I see you. You are not alone. We are all here together, and in love, we can rise above these challenges that so many people in our community face. Thank you very much. I'll be out there if you have questions or need anything, anytime. Also, anyone on the team already, if you want to raise your hand, if you're comfortable, you can ask people who are on the team as well if they have questions. Thank you very much. Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our prayer chaplains in service today, of course, are Ruth Starwell and Deborah Roberts, both of whom you've seen on stage here today. If you need a moment of prayer following the celebration, they will make themselves available here in the sanctuary for you. You can also write out prayer intentions and put them in our prayer intention box, which is you are met with as you walk out to the double doors right away. So take advantage of the prayer that we offer here at Unity of Tucson, and know that all of your prayers are subsequently sent to Silent Unity, Unity's worldwide prayer ministry, where they are prayed over for 30 days as well. So take advantage of us, please. I thought that would get a bit bigger laugh. Okay, I want to say thank you to everyone who made today possible. Let's give it up for our technical team, Jake, Don, Jim, and Rowan in the back. Unless you're online, you will not have noticed perhaps the difference that our technical team has made. We are now a multi-camera shoot every week. We have 3 new cameras that are part of what we offer to our online viewers as well. So I hope that you enjoyed that today. Let's also give it up for our prayer chaplains, Deborah and Ruth. Thank you for your service. Yes. Our keeper of the flames and the captain of our NAMI Walk team, Susan Smith.
Grateful for William and for Laura for sharing today, as always. Our magnificent team of musicians, Linda, Raphael, and Paul. Grateful, grateful, grateful. I want to give it up also for our hospitality team. As we finish today, go check out Harmony Hall, have some coffee. It's beautiful in there in celebration of Valentine's Day. So give it up for them. Peace and blessings to you all. Yes, yes, yes. We have gone way over time today, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Let's settle ourselves in and finish up today by sharing together this prayer of divine awareness. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Move those bodies and sing along. Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry. Put a little love in your heart. If you want the world to know we won't let hatred grow, put a little love in your heart. And the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see, wait and see. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Put a little love in your heart. 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 Make it a magnificent week, everyone.